and they say Jurgen Klopp wants to bring Nicolo Barella as part of his Liverpool rebuild this summer, but Inter want 62 to 66 million. That's not too bad, if I'm being really honest with you. This video is being brought to you with thanks to Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to browse websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Surfshark allows you to virtually travel the world with just the tap of a finger. As an example, we here in Ireland can Afflix? What is Afflix? We here in Ireland can watch other countries' Netflix libraries, unlock UK services such as BBC iPlayer, and of course that all-important Spanish DAZN account for football. Surfshark keeps you safe and secure by covering up everything that you do online. When your device connects to the internet, all this information is, in a way, blurred out. This is particularly effective when you're out and about on public Wi-Fi, maybe you're in college or at a cafe. It keeps your information safe and secure from hackers. With a Surfshark, just ask Surfshark. Just here, have a Surfshark. Johnny? Mildred, Surfsharks? Surfshark allow you to use unlimited devices on just one subscription, meaning if you so wish, you can grant access to your friends and family. On top of that, Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, they refund you. It is that simple. Our sign-up offer gives you a whopping 83% off. That's right, I did say 83% off and 3 months additional free. Simply scan the QR code on your screen right now or use the link in the description, putting in the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. Right, look, there's a load to unpack. I suppose I should really congratulate United, as much as it kills me, on winning the League Cup. 2-0 victory over Newcastle earlier on. I think they would deserve victors on the day. Fair play to them. Not a sight we want to see as Liverpool fans. Manchester United lifting a cup, but it is what it is. And you know me, I like to give congratulations where due. Now we move on to the all too predictable news stories around Liverpool in midfield. And do I believe all of them? No. Do I think that FSG are going to look for a way to weasel out of this investment? Yes. But do I think it's needed? Absolutely. We need to go out there and bring in players. And the first one that I want to bring to your attention today comes from Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy. And they say Jurgen Klopp wants to bring Nicolo Barella as part of his Liverpool rebuild this summer, but Inter want 62 to 66 million. That's not too bad, if I'm being really honest with you. If you're saying to me, would I prefer Barella for 62 million or go and spending 70 million on Caicedo, I'm going to say, I'll have a little bit of Barella, please and thank you. But I don't believe that this is true and credible. I think Inter Milan won't want to lose Barella. I think Barella's obviously very comfortable over there in Italy, and he looks quite settled at Inter. That being said, would he do a job in our midfield? Absolutely. I remind you, yesterday we looked at a midfield of Jordan Henderson and James Milner in 2023, starting together for Liverpool. That cannot happen. So I'm glad that the links to Barella are there. I hope that they are true. The piece goes on to say that Caicedo and Jude Bellingham are alongside Barella on Jurgen Klopp's wish list. Now, I think there's more names that we can add to that list. I mean, we'll go through them in more detail. With regards to outgoings from midfield, well, another player who massively has disappointed during his time at the club is, of course, Naby Keita. And reports today from Sport, who I think could be a Portuguese outlet or a Spanish outlet, I'm not sure which one, they say that Barcelona are interested in bringing Naby Keita to Spain when his Liverpool contract expires in the summer. Does he need a lift, I hear you ask? Well, no. I'm sure he'll be able to be transported safely in bubble wrap to the airport, where he can board a plane to Barcelona or wherever the hell his future is, because it shouldn't be at Liverpool Football Club. And I sincerely hope we don't see him play again for us between now and the end of the season. Maybe in the dead rubber way against Real Madrid. But other than that, I don't want to see Naby Keita anywhere near the first team. I want to see him playing in the under-21s, where Arthur Miller was the other day. And well done to him on his comeback. I think there was a 7-1 win against Leicester City. Ben Doak with another man of the match performance there. So yeah, no shock to see Keita being linked with moves away. The only shock at this point would come if somebody at our club was crazy enough to think that Naby Keita deserves a new deal. So if he goes to Barcelona or elsewhere, I really don't care. I just cannot wait to see the back of the lad. It's been a massive disappointment since he's come to the club. Obviously took the number 8 shirt, got gifted it literally by Steven Gerrard, and has fluttered to the sieve between a mix of injuries or just not impressing the manager enough. Keita's time looks like it is coming to an end this summer. Look, can't really argue against it, can we? LFC Transfer Room per Fabrizio Romano have put out a post today, which is interesting. It says Liverpool are preparing for big changes in the summer. Now, look, it's great talking the talk. I love that we're being linked to all these midfielders, but we as Liverpool fans need action right now. We don't need FSG briefing journalists and not following through. So let's carry on with this report and see what they actually say. The feeling is that Liverpool could sign 3 or 4 new players, especially in midfield. They will go for a summer revolution and a big refresh. Now look, I hope Fabrizio Romano is correct in what he says here. I don't know if 3 or 4 new players is enough, personally, because I think you need at least 3 in midfield. Then you need to bring in a centre back, and that's before we start talking about the fullback positions. But if we were to bring in 3 or 4 high quality players, your Jude Bellinghams, maybe your Barellas, your Matheus Nunes, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be on this list. But as long as they're the ones that Jurgen Klopp wants, I'm okay with it. And 4 top class players, not 4 squad fillers or 3 good players and 1 okay player. It has to be 4 top tier players. If we do a summer that you get, and this is unlikely, a Bellingham, a Gvardiol, a Matheus Nunes, or a Nicolo Barella, I'm fine with that. But no problem with that. Bring in another midfielder on top of that, maybe somebody like a Tielemans, a Kante. I don't know. I'm trying to think of players who are relatively cheap, but it'd still be okay to come in. Obviously, Yuri Tielemans looks like he could go to Arsenal on the free. That's been what's doing the rounds for a while. Declan Rice would be most welcome as well, but again, I think he'll end up staying in London. He moved from West Ham. It's looking like Arsenal. He had been linked with Chelsea, obviously, for the longest time. So, look, this is all well and good. It's great to hear that Liverpool are going to do all this stuff in the summer. But what we can't hear is we can't hear Liverpool fans being told, well, we did make the Champions League, therefore the money isn't there to invest. They go hand in hand. The reason we are struggling is a mixture of lack of investment in midfield and, of course, terrible luck with injuries, as well as a little bit of the players just not pulling the finger out. So I hope that this investment in midfield or into the squad is there regardless of what happens. Look, if you get into the Champions League, if we can manage to do that, brilliant. Maybe that gives a little bit of extra money, but they've got to plan right now for a worst case scenario and make sure that they can go in and strengthen the squad. Otherwise, everyone's wasting their time. The owners are wasting their time. The manager's wasting his time. Us fans are going to be left frustrated. So if FSG, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool really do want to make sure we remain at the top table, then we're going to need action this summer and not just talk. A little update on Darwin Núñez, by the way. Jurgen Klopp said that he played with a pain-killing injection against Real Madrid, and he says it's very painful. See, this is where I get annoyed, right? Because why not just let him miss that game, recuperate, and then have him ready for the rest of it, rather than playing with a painkilling injection, which, you know, is good sign to see that the player wanted to do that. But we were then without him for a game against Crystal Palace away, a game which has lost us race in the Champions League spot. So, or lost us pace, I should say, in the race for the Champions League spot. So again, it just seems like a very questionable decision from the medical team and everybody involved. You know, play one game and then miss a few. It just doesn't make sense to me. So hopefully we have Darwin back for Wednesday. A preview will be going out tomorrow, by the way, ahead of that game against Wolves. And of course, we will be doing a watch along of it here on the channel. One last little thing before we finish up. Graham Potter has been speaking, and obviously he's under tremendous pressure now after losing the Spurs today and with all the signings that have been brought into Chelsea. He has said, if you look at Jurgen Klopp's situation at Liverpool, they haven't got the results and all of a sudden people want him out. That's just the nature of football. No, they don't, Graham. No rational Liverpool fan that I'm aware of or I've spoken to or been in contact with in any way, shape or form wants Jurgen Klopp out. If anything, we understand where the deficiencies are. We understand that he hasn't been backed. And we've probably doubled down in our support of the manager. So very much disagree with Graham Potter on that one. But look, that is it from me tonight, my friends. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video. And of course, I want to know who your midfield targets are personally. Let me know in the comment section. I'll chat to you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.